Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. Today's the 9th. It's June. It's 2018, and it is Sunday.
I know you don't do a lot of talk shows. I thank you for coming. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
Your movie Domino opened right across the street last night, right?
That's right. Yeah, we had the premiere last night.
At the Chinese Theater. Did you stay around to watch?
I didn't watch the movie. I went to the party.
The first day of the week.
Wow.
That was when I could watch myself.
At least that's what we think it is.
A long time ago.
Here's something that I'm noticing that's happening an awful lot. I've spoken about this before.
A long time ago.
If you don't like it, thumbs down, unsubscribe.
Well, it's like, oh, God, I got to look at you every day. I don't want to sit there. Yeah.
Leave a comment, thumbs up. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It really, honestly, seriously, at this point in the game, does not matter.
You know, I was really fortunate because I got into the actor's studio.
But I digress.
And Strasberg was still alive for a couple of years, and Al Pacino was there, and
Wow.
But I digress.
Wow.
Christopher Walken, Harvey Keitel, and Robert De Niro, and those are the guys that.
I watch a lot of videos by Pastor Lawson. Pastor Lawson.
It was interesting. I mean, I got into the tail end of when it was like a place to go.
And the thing that gets me is he knows what's going
the
on.
First day that I got in there, it was like an old church or something, and
He knows what's going on.
church or something, and there wasn't many places to sit, and so I was standing. Since I was new, I didn't feel like I really
Take a
deserved
spot,
to be
right?
in there, really. So I was kind of hovering near the door, and then I finally moved in a little bit. And
He understands the New World Order agenda, one world religion, one world military, one world government. He gets that.
and I hear, I said, "Oh, Harvey Keitel's going, move."
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
Really?
He gets that. He gets that.
Yeah. So,
Really?
Yeah, I thought, oh my
Was
God.
he the class bully?
Harvey? No, but I was just excited that Harvey was snapping his fingers at me.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
And what they're really trying to do.
Yeah. Chris is somebody I've admired for years. I mean, you know, I used to see Chris walk in there, and he never said a word. He just sat in the chair.
He understands all these things, but still, he preaches on Sunday,
You know, and then he'd get up once in a while and do scenes. And
which is the first day of the week.
there was, the playwright Arthur Miller. You know, he
Sure.
wrote The Death of a Salesman, and so Chris Walken was doing this sort of like it's like a normal kind of guy.
And another thing is he always speaks about the Lord, the Lord, the Lord.
And then you got Chris Walken and this other kid, and it looked like two aliens on stage.
Oh,
you know?
really?
If you look that up, the Lord is referring to Baal,
Yeah, but it was so far out. That's what made it interesting, was to have a guy like Chris.
the horned god, the god that people used to sacrifice their newborn children to. They'd heat up a bronze statue.
I mean, I went up to him, and you know, I was even in a late night class with him with 6 or 7 other people
And sacrifice them.
for like several months, and
So, are we getting this wrong, or is he getting this wrong?
yeah, well, that was my first profession. I wanted to go back and do it one more time.
Because he's incredibly awake. For a pastor down in Tennessee,
I was an amateur fighter and wanted to do it one more time, and I always felt like I kind of never turned professional for all the wrong reasons for me. And
those people that live down there are lucky to have a preacher that actually says the stuff that he says.
I wanted to do it one more time, and so at 34, I went back and did it. And
But is he wrong? And does it matter?
well, it was only supposed to be one fight, and it turned into like 12 or 13 over 5 years.
You listen to him and then hear him talking about the Lord or Sunday and then discount everything else he says?
I mean, I was in a gym with James Toney, and I mean, he
Oh, yeah.
beat my ass to death every day.
And then discount everything else he says?
Look at your neurological. I said, well, yeah, what about it? And they said, well, I'm 3 fights away from a really big fight, and they're paying me such and such amount of money.
Because that's what a lot of people do.
And I said, let me just take one more at a time, because look at your neurological.
We live in a society right now.
There was a button that you have to push that vibrates, and you're supposed to take your hand off the button when it stops vibrating.
Thanks to social media and the predictive programming and social engineering that's going on,
You know, I'm sitting there for quite a while, and he goes, Mickey, that thing's been off for 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
where they've got people that will listen to somebody that's telling them 99.9% of the truth.
Yeah.
So it's a very sophisticated test, and I'm glad that they do, because everybody wants one more.
Everybody does that. It's so amazingly quick.
Because you cross a line and there's not really any coming back.
So he's deceived and I'm not listening to him.
Because you cross a line and there's not really any coming back.
Well, that's no good.
Because you cross a line and there's not really any coming back.
And it takes a lot to actually listen to what they say.
Yeah, I was watching the fight the other night on television and Klitschko came over.
And it takes a lot to actually listen to what they say.
Yeah, and he's a lump. He was supposed to go to the premiere, but he was exhausted. He was too tired.
And gloss over the rest.
There's this girl, this really great-looking chick that wants to be a bounty hunter, and she sort of throws some stuff through the windshield of my car, and I said, well, what do you want, honey? Slap in the face?
And gloss over the rest.
She goes, no, I want to be a bounty hunter. And I'm looking at her going, because she's a real hot-looking
Keira
girl.
Knightley plays it.
Keira, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be talking to anybody, for the most part. Do you see what I'm saying?
Every day or every other day I'd see him, he'd walk by and he'd go, and I'd say, hey, man, how you doing? He'd go, Chris Walken.
Do you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? At any rate, Richie from Boston. Like, share, subscribe. Ooh! Or don't. Yeah, just sit there all day. The light will turn a special color green for you, pal. Unreal. I'm out. Do you see what I'm saying?
Hey, what's up, Flat Out No Lie? It's Mickey from Boston.
Well, he doesn't see the enormous agenda. But that doesn't make him a bad guy.
Yeah, at any rate, it's Mickey from Boston, and I'm out.